Hello
Hello everyone.
everyone, my name is Arvian Fakaruddin with name 44241606.
And I Irsan with NIM 44, 24, 18, and 54.
We will discuss an interesting topic that is closely related to university students. Through this discussion, we hope to share useful information and different perspectives based on credible academic source. We hope this podcast can help you better understand the topic and encourage you to think critically. Now, let's begin our discussion. Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Arvian, your host for today. Today, we are going to discuss a topic that many university students are talking about. Should artificial intelligence or AI be allowed in academic activities on campus? Nowadays, students use AI tools like ChatGPT to help with assignments, presentations, and research. Some people think AI makes learning easier, while others believe it can reduce students' critical thinking and even encourage cheating. To discuss this topic, I have Irsan as our guest speaker. Welcome, Irsan.
Hello Arvian. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Hmm. Let's start with a simple question. Do you think AI should be allowed in universities?
Yes, I think AI should be allowed, but students must use it responsibly. AI can help students understand difficult topic, find information more quickly, and improve their writing. However, AI on should only be a learning tool, not something that replaces students' own work. According to Bowen and Wessons in their book Teaching with AI, universities should teach students how to use AI ethically instead of banning it completely. The authors explain that AI literacy is becoming an important skill for students in higher education.
That's interesting. But many lecturers are worried that students will become too dependent on AI. If I can answer almost very question, once students stop thinking critically,
Uh, that's a very good question. I agree that students should not depend on AI too much. If students only copy AI answers without understanding them, they will not develop critical thinking skills. However, research by Kasnechi and his colleagues published in Nature Human Behavior says that AI can improve learning when it is used correctly. The research explained that AI should help students learn give feedback, and support problem solving. But students still need to think, analyze, analyze information, and make their own decisions. So the problem is not AI itself. The real problem is how people use it.
I agree with that. Now let's talk about the advantage. Besides helping students save time, what other benefit does AI provide?
There are several advantages. First, AI helps students understand difficult lessons by giving simple explanations. Second, explanation. Second, AI can improve writing by checking grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. Third, AI can help students prepare presentations, summarize articles, and organize ideas more efficiently. According to UNESCO, in its report, Guidance for Generative AI in Education and Research, AI can support learning because students can learn based on their own needs and learning speed. This means AI can become a useful learning partner if students use it wisely.
Those are good points. However, every technology has disadvantages. What do you think are the biggest risks of using AI on campus?
I think there are three main risks. The first is plagiarism. Some students submit AI generated work without editing or understanding it. This is dishonest and breaks academic rules. The second is misinformation. AI sometimes give incorrect information or even creates false reference. Because of this, students should always check AI answer using books, academic journals, and trusted sources. The third risk is becoming to depend on AI. If students always ask AI to solve every problem, they may become less creative and less confident in their own abilities. For this reason, universities should create clear guidelines about how AI should be used in academic work.
That's a balanced opinion. So, in your view, universities should not ban AI, but they should regulate its use. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. I believe banning AI is not the best solution because AI is already becoming part of education and the workplace. Instead of you, Instead, universities should teach students how to use AI responsibly and ethically. Students should use AI to learn, not to cheat. They should still read books, search for academic journals, discuss ideas with lectures, and think critically when AI is combined with honesty and responsibility. It can improve learning instead of replacing it.
Thank you very much, Irsan. Your explanation were very clean and supported by academic research. And thank you for everyone for listening to our podcast today. We hope discussion help you understand both advantages and disadvantages of using artificial intelligence on campus. See you on the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Irsan, your host for today. Today we are going to talk about an important topic for what university student. Why should university students learn English? Many students think English is only a subject at university. However, English is actually very important for studying, finding information, and preparing for future careers. To discuss this topic, I have Arvian with, with me as our guest speaker. Hi Arvian. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Irsan. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. Let's begin with the first question. Why do you think English is important for university students?
I think English is very important because many learning material at university are written in English. For example, international journals, textbook, and research articles are mostly published in English. According to the book English as a Global Language by David Christikel, English has become the main international language in education, science, and business. Because of this, students who understand English have better access to knowledge from around the world. So, learning English helps students understand more information and improve their academic skills.
That's true. Many of our references are in English, but some students say they can use translation apps instead of learning English. What do you think about that?
translation apps are helpful, but they are not always accurate. Sometimes they translate words correctly but fail to explain the real meaning in the context. Searching by Helen explains that English is the main language used in international academic publishing. If students understand English directly, they can read research more accurately and understanding the writer's ideas better without depending too much on translation tools. So, learning English is still very important, even though technology is available.
That's a good point. Now let's talk about careers. Why is English important for students after they graduate?
English is one of the most important skills in the workplace today. Many companies work with international clients or business partners. So, employees need to communicate in English. According to the British Council, English is one of the most valuable skills for getting better job opportunities in the global market. Many companies also require English during job interview and daily communication. Students who can speak and write in English usually have more opportunities to work in multinational companies, continue their studies abroad, or join international training programs.
So, English is not only useful at university but also for our future careers. Another question: how does English help us in global communication and technology?
Today, technology connects people from different countries. Most websites, online course, software, and digital platforms use English. According to a report from UNESCO, English helps people share knowledge, collaborate with researchers from other countries, and access educational resources more easily. For example, many online learning platforms such as Coursera, edX, and international webinar use English as their main language. Students who understand English can learn directly from experts around the world. English also helps students communicate with people from different cultures and build international networks.
That's very interesting. It seems English opens many opportunities for students. Before we finish today discussion, could you give could you give us your final opinion?
And of course, I believe every university student should learn English because it supports academic success, improve career opportunities, and help us communicate in today's global world. Learning English may not always be easy, but it is.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoy today's discussion and gain new knowledge from the ideas we share. We also hope this podcast encourage you to think critically and apply what you have learned in your academic life. Thank you for your attention and support. See you in our next post, podcast. Podcast. Goodbye and have a great day. Yes.